Yo, what a minute, it's your boy Chris Unbias checking back in. Yo, I just watched this crazy ass interview, man. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even gonna talk about this, but I just went to Hip Hop Is Real and watched this interview right here with this Ty P dude. I'm not even call him pretty. I don't call niggas pretty, but Ty P, that's his name. I call him Ty for short. This is a very interesting story, bro. He broke down pretty much everything that's going on with him, everything that went on with him in the past, his whole situation, and all the way up until how he got into battle rap. It's actually a sad story, bro. It's actually sad. It just kind of reminded me very much of my situation, man. He talks about public defenders not fucking with him, the legal system, him being young and not knowing what he's signing, not knowing what he reading, not knowing his rights. And just hearing it was just a constant reminder of how many people was around me, his age at the time, 18, 19, 20, just caught up in the system and just fucked over. Just fucked over, man. You know, a lot of people wanted me to blog about this, and I didn't even want to talk about it because I didn't really know his story, you know, at the end of the day. I'm not mad at Ace Amin because it's a battle. I feel like in a battle you can say anything. I always feel like nothing is really off limits. As long as you're not overly touching your opponent or doing something crazy like this. Exposing people in battles have been going on long before this battle and will continue to go on. I never had a problem with that. I feel like, if anything, you should learn by my situation and know don't ever take everything at face value. It's not always what it seems. Don't just look at charges and don't get overwhelmed by them. They're going to trump up your charges and drop them later. The criminal justice system is, everything you see is not at face value. They'll find ways to tack on a whole bunch of stuff that at the end of the day is just a tool to force you to plea out. You got to think, bro, if you get arrested for the only thing that you've done, right? They can't really plea you out to that because that's the only thing they have on you. So if you rob a store and they charge you with one armed robbery, they don't have a way to plea that down anything. I mean, I guess you can plea it down to robbery. I guess you can plea it down to possession of stolen property. They want to stick the armed robbery on you. So in order to force you to plea, they have to add more stuff to it in order to make it seem like you got something, you caught some type of deal, because they don't really want to drop the armed robbery. So if they only charge you with the only thing you got, they don't have a leverage to plea you out on. So what they'll do is, now they're gonna add a gun. Now they may add another armed robbery because it's another person. Now they may add you got stolen property. Of course, if you rob somebody, you got stolen property. Now all of a sudden you get all these other charges. Then they'll say we'll drop 3 charges and leave you with just the armed robbery if you take this plea. So when you learn that, bro, you get caught up in the system. When I was watching this Ty situation unfold, I saw blogger after blogger after blogger after blogger speaking on this man's case. And they don't have no facts. Everything is one-sided. Everything is just what they heard, what they read. This dude is basically 18, messing with a girl who was 16, about to turn 17. And apparently, I guess, they had some type of sexual encounter, but it wasn't actual, like, intercourse. It was like, I guess he was fingering her or whatever he was saying. So he got hit with, I don't know, some statutory rape charge or something like that. And the thing is that, I guess 18 and 16. So what is that? You're a senior in high school. You're messing with a sophomore. I guess that's the age difference. In this story, he's saying that the girl didn't even want to press charges, that the mother pushed it so much. You know, moms do that because they don't want to know that their daughter is even having sex at such a young age. So they say, well, I raised her not to have sex. So the only way she could be having sex is you must have coerced her into having sex. So they want to punish the guy. When really she could have been running around just on her thought shit and wanted to have sex anyway. And so just watching blogger after blogger speak about this dude's case, it just reminded me of the same shit they did in my case. And it was like, these niggas didn't learn anything. They throw a camera on, hop in front of a camera, and just start talking about a man's situation. If you want to say what happened in a battle and say, damn, that's crazy, this fucked up his battle career, he may never be in a battle again, that's cool. But Niggas really playing this dude like he just running around here just a serious rape guy. You know what I'm saying? Just raping people all. Like, people are just really wilding on this dude. And I felt bad for him because it was just like deja vu. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting back and I'm watching his situation. I'm seeing literally the same thing. Now, he got 3 indecent exposure charges. Basically, he was saying that he was basically jacking off in front of like nurses and female COs and all that kind of stuff. That happens all the time in jail. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. All them niggas do in jail is jack off. That's all the fuck they do to girls. You know what I'm saying? Girls come through, niggas got their dick out, niggas jacking their dick, niggas knocking on, niggas not tapping on the window trying to get the girls to look. A lot of females like that shit. I ain't gonna front. A lot of females like it because I guess it's their only form of real attention. They'll say something like, "Oh, you nasty," or I don't want to see your little dick. They'll make these little comments, but at the end of the day, a lot of these motherfuckers like that shit because it's low-key kind of flattering to them. And a lot of these girls don't even be that nice. Imagine being locked up with like, I don't know, 1,000 men. It don't matter, bro. If you are the finest girl and you can be the wackest chick, you could literally be a 5 on a Richter scale. You come in there and niggas gonna treat you like you a dime. You see 5, 6 dudes jacking off on you, like, damn, I still got it. Knowing you ain't shit in these streets. These niggas that's really out here in these streets are not fucking with you, but you come to jail and you a dime piece. So these girls really be flattered by that a lot of times. So he was saying this, in this situation, like a lot of these women that he was beating off on, they didn't even really have a problem with it at first, and then they started to switch up. But do I feel like he should have exercised some damn control? Of course I do. Yeah, he was kind of wild. You get booked one time, okay, cool. Maybe I need to chill the fuck out. Especially since he was saying he was having fights and all kind of other shit going on in jail. But he was a young nigga, man. He 19. There's a lot of hot heads locked up. You can't tell these niggas shit. These niggas swear they got all the answers and think they know everything. You can't tell them nothing. So, and then when you facing 10 years, what's a misdemeanor to you? What you gonna give me, another 60 days? I'm already doing 10 years in prison. That's basically was his situation. So he don't even care about the jack off, the indecent exposure charge, because it already loops in with the time he already serving. So yeah, I'm not gonna front. He definitely needed to exercise some control, but I just want to say this to Ty. I commend you for telling your story, bro. I mean, I thought I was brave. You braver than me, bro. I commend you for telling your story because, one, you didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. A lot of people be like, "Why you even told your story?" I had to tell my story because so many people painted this narrative of me being with a kid. So I had to like come out and really explain shit. So that's the only reason why, when I first got out of jail, if nobody had ever said anything about my case involving a child, I may have just left battle rap alone and just moved on with my life. But I was like, yo, I can't let niggas think this shit about me that wasn't even true. So I had to kind of clear the air. In his situation, he could have just walked away. So I commend you, man, for telling your story. I commend you for getting your story out there. I mean, he was very emotional, bro. He was crying in the interview and everything. Like, I don't know this dude from a can of paint. I'm going to keep it a buck. Everything that dude said sound believable, bro. Everything that dude said sounded believable. And I just want to commend you, man. I don't know if this video will get to you, but I definitely want to commend you for telling your story. We need more people to tell stories about women falsely accusing guys of situations and getting them caught up in what's really going on after you get locked up. We need more people telling these stories. We need to get the word out. And people need to start ridiculing these people, man. This dude, 19 years old with no direction. They said he had the mental, he said in his blog, he had the mental capacity of an 8th grader. Like, this is what's going on, and a lot of these people are mentally disturbed. I mean, it looks like he's intelligent and got his life on straight now. But I'm saying at that time, it's a lot of peer pressure. It's a lot going on in your life at that time. I mean, before I got locked up, I hung around pretty successful people. Even when I was 19 years old, I was hanging around people that was getting money legally. When I got locked up, I couldn't believe how many people gang bang and how many people are just, they don't have no direction. Like I wasn't seeing. I wasn't seeing that when I was 19. Those weren't people I hung with. I'm not saying they weren't there, but to just see people just not care, not give a fuck, don't have no, one of the scariest things in life is a black man who don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about nothing. These niggas will do anything to you at any time of the day. You gotta sleep with one eye open. You find a nigga in jail that don't give a fuck, you better sleep with one eye open. That nigga is liable to do anything. So I'm glad you got your story out, man. Bloggers actually damn near, I ain't gonna say they owe you an apology, but bro, these niggas really try to paint this narrative of you. And that shit is like wild corny to me. So it's just one of them things where I'm just glad that you got your story out. I'm glad that people here, and I actually believe you, bro. I actually believe you. If y'all have not watched this interview, go watch it. You know what I'm saying? It's about 35 minutes long, but it's actually very, very interesting about what happened to him. And I got to keep it a buck, man. I don't really want to talk about it too long. I don't know everything about his situation. He was very thorough in the situation. And once again, this ain't got nothing to do with Ace Amin. Ace Amin did what he needed to do to win the battle. One reason why I didn't want to blog on this story is because I knew. It's the thing about blogger. Let me tell you this. Everybody that's a blogger that's watching this, just pay attention. There's always more information to come out. You don't have to be first. Just be right. You do not have to be first. Just be right. People will throw up a blog and say this, and throw up another blog and be like, oh, my bad. And throw up a blog and be like, my apology. And throw up a blog and be like, oh, I was wrong. Why? Just for the YouTube views? Ty ain't running from no interview. This nigga done 2-3 interviews since that time. He not running from no interviews. If you know anything about battle rap, the story will continue to unfold. All you got to do is wait. And when you're popular enough, you're going to still get the views anyway. So it don't even matter when you drop the story. Just make sure you're right.